All right, coming up next, a light heavyweight matchup between Anderson the Spider Silva and Jon Jones. All right, so here he is, UFC light heavyweight champion ×2. Future Hall of Famer, a man you know as well as anyone, DC, Johnny Bones Jones.
Jon Jones is one of those talents that when you see him for the first time, you understand that he is something special. He has a very strong mind, unbelievable skill set, and an ability to rise to the occasion. He did it from the moment he first stepped foot in the octagon as a very young fighter to his long championship reign. Some of the victims on Jon Jones's resume is unbelievable to have beaten that many UFC champions over the course of his career. Jon Jones truly is one of the greatest martial artists of all time. Skill for skill, one of the best fighters you will ever see, and very loyal when it comes to his team. He has been with Mike Winkeljohn and Greg Jackson since day one. Jon Jones trying to add to arguably the greatest mixed martial arts legacy the sport has ever seen here and now tonight. All right, so here he is, the former UFC middleweight champion, Anderson Silva. The pro record doesn't look like it did a few years ago, DC, but most people still inject the name Anderson Silva into the discussion of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. It's because Anderson is doing us a favor every time he steps foot in the octagon. He could have walked away and protected the record, but the lure, the draw of fighting still is pulling at the Spider. And every time he walks in there, we're getting to witness greatness. You feel it when Anderson Silva walks up the steps. I remember staring across the octagon and going, holy cow, that's Anderson Silva. And he has that approach. He has that appeal to everyone that gets in front of him, not only in the octagon, but in life. One of the nicest guys you've ever met is Anderson Silva. And a renewed focus on recovery and physical therapy has allowed the great Anderson Silva to compete deep into his 40s, DC. You ain't going to 45. There's no way. 45. Ain't no chance.
You're going to voice a video game.
I'm going to voice a video game. What a great idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a look-see-do fighter, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, presenting the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Bones Jones! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 34 wins, 11 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Murgliata.
So Dan Murgliata shares the cage. You ready? Well, these guys have been on each other's radars for quite some time. Tonight, it shall be done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we get the kickboxing match tonight or what?
You just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to be able to employ their strategy the way that they need to. This is a close fight on paper, and also in every performance we have seen them put on, these guys seem to be the mirror image of each other.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Now he's got the Muay Thai plug. Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length, of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab. Silva gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Oh, single collar tie here.
You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman. Big kick lands.
Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. And they separate.
Oh, big head kick land.
going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay in the corner. He mixed it up. He went high with his thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good connection by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land from anywhere. He's got to be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab.
And he caught the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. Lands with the kick there. No pad on that foot.
No shin guard. He's taking all of that kick every time he throws.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Jon Jones. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing. Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow.
All right, so he lands another jab now, just snapping that thing off, DC.
I believe that the jab was lost in mixed martial arts initially, but now it has been found, and it's been found by this young man in this octagon tonight.
And he landed the right hand there.
This is his game. He likes to control his opponent's posture with that collar tie and land those nice elbows around the guard.
Well, he's always on the counterattack, but a nice leg kick there by Silva lands flush. Superman punch now.
You don't understand. After you take a head kick like this, that is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
So a strong 5 minutes down. All right, let's check out some of the action from that previous round, DC, and what a display on the feet. Huge knockdown with that kick.
Yeah, he's a high-level striker. He throws these kicks to the body, he throws them low, but when he goes up top, he's very powerful, and he can end anybody's night. The toughness displayed by his opponent allowed him to stay in the fight, but he cannot take many more of those types of strikes.
All right, let's see how it goes here at the start of round 2. Anderson Silva. And that man, Jon Jones. Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC. Silva gets touched by that kick right to the body there. Nicely done by the opponent.
Big, powerful punch land. Now he gets back to range.
Silva's got the tie clinch now. Oh, beautiful. And a nice job to stick with it there to complete the takedown. Oh, man. This ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is the opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Jones is attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense.
Jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock, and if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent. Oh, he might have got it with a choke.
By submission, beautifully executed there on the ground. Well, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 25 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle choke, John Bones Jones!
All right, so there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so, after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened, man.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. And his opponent is known to lay in the guard. He made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.